if this does happen, the Premier League would have welcomed one of the hottest youngsters in world football. I just want to talk about one transfer rumor before we end the podcast today. If Arsenal get this striker, I'll be very, very unhappy. Dusan Vlahovic from Fiorentina. That's why I mentioned strikers before, Sean. If you get Vlahovic in this January transfer window ahead of all of these other teams that are after him, do you know how mad it will be? You have a proper goal scorer and finisher striker who inevitably will probably look to move in 4 or 5 years if he goes to Arsenal. So probably one of the biggest teams in Europe, like Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or something like that, if Lewandowski retires. But if you get him for 3-4 years, Sean, if you get him, I could look like a fool next week and he could not move or he could go somewhere else. But he's definitely leaving Fiorentina. He doesn't want to stay there any further. 18 goals in 22 games. Fiorentina are like 6th or 7th in the league at the moment. He's a very good player to watch. And last season I had him on FIFA and he didn't really do that well for me in my Valencia career. But this season, when I've been watching him properly, like Serie A on BT Sport and everything, it's been a joy to watch and it's fun to watch. And you're just there thinking like, I could be watching something else like The Hobbit on Netflix, but I'm watching Fiorentina versus Genoa on BT Sport because of Vlahovic. It's a very interesting striker to watch. What do you know about him, if you know anything about him, Sean?
Do you know what? I don't know much about him, which is why at the moment, this January, I'll take Calvert-Lewin over him.
Mm-hmm.
However, from watching his little highlights on YouTube, he seems like a very good striker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Arsenal striker will find out on transfer deadline day. Arsenal won't do the signing early. They'll do it last minute. We'll get through January. Then when everybody's thinking, okay, Arsenal doesn't do anything, deadline day, last 2 or 3 hours, there you go.
The Sky Sports reporter outside the Emirates or the training ground, all the fans there just buzzing.
If you think about it, we did it with Aubameyang, did it with Ozil.
Sanchez.
If we have a big signing, it's going to be on deadline day in January.
More for the marketing than anything.
Yeah.
Because there's a rumor that Lucas Torreira, who's on loan with Fiorentina at the moment, that will be included in the deal as well. Like Arteta just doesn't want him back. But it's just the fact that you do want to get in a new striker. And if you were to get him over Calvert-Lewin, for example, who is looking at 60, 70 million from Everton because they're literally their crown jewels at the moment. Yeah, I was getting tongue-tied there. But realistically speaking, I mean, Balogun's gone on loan to Middlesbrough as well.
Yeah.
Nketiah, like you said, is trying to hold the club hostage. Aubameyang is PM or Aubameyang want to get rid of him as much as possible. But
I also think that if we were to get a Vlahovic, you would see a better Aubameyang.
100%.
You'd see a much better Aubameyang. And I think that's what Arsenal's attack will be lethal.
Yeah, because you're just there thinking, like, if Aubameyang needs someone to step up, he needs another striker to get up his game. If he does want to play, he doesn't want to play. But if he was to play, he needs someone young, exuberant, someone who can find the back of the net. It's like it's basically described as a Serbian Ibrahimovic. That's what I was talking to my friend Julian, who's an Inter Milan fan. So he watches Serie A like every other week. So I was telling him he can score every type of goal. So headers, left foot, right foot, long shots, tap-ins, proper goal poacher. And it's just the fact that a lot of people, including Sky Sports today, they're saying that Vlahovic would be interested in the move to Arsenal. So if this does happen, the Premier League would have welcomed one of the hottest youngsters in world football. I will say that one of the hottest youngsters in world football. And unfortunately, he could be playing for Arsenal, which isn't very good at all. But no, if it's good, it's exciting for Arsenal fans, but it's not very exciting for the rest of the league if it happens and if his form comes through over as well.